Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you, my dear students in Prep 2? Today we're going to talk about the irrational numbers. But before that, we will solve some equations on rational numbers. Okay, to complete the first lesson, which is the cube root. Okay, first example: find the solution set in rational number. The Q stands for rational number, so first equation is x cubed plus 27 equals 0. Okay, the most important thing is finding the value of x. Okay, when you found the value of x, you got the solution set. Okay, so I have to put x power 3 in the left hand side, and any number beside it, I put it in the other side by the opposite sign. Here it is plus 27, positive 27, so here will be negative 27. So x power 3 equals negative 27. Okay, now I have x power 3. But to find the solution set, I have to find the value of x without this power. Okay. To cancel power 3, you have to take the cube root. Take cube root. Okay? The cube root of x power 3 is x. Okay? And the cube root of negative 27 is negative 3. Why? Because 3 multiply 3 is 27. So negative 3 by negative 3 by negative 3 is negative 27. So I have to take the cube root here and here in both sides. Okay. Now the value of x is negative 3, so the solution set is negative 3. But ask yourself before that, is negative 3 is rational number? Yes, so it is in the solution set. Second example, keep 8x power 3 in the first side. 8x power 3. In the other side, put positive 7 by the opposite sign, which is negative 7. So 8 minus 7 will be how many? 8 minus 7, 3 will be 1. Okay. Now I have 8x power 3. 8x power 3 means 8 multiply x power 3. So I have to cancel this 8. How to solve this? You have to put it in the other side. Okay. But here I have multiply, so I will put it in the other side by using what? Divided. Excellent. Okay. Here you have plus, so I put it in the other side. Minus. Here you have multiply, so I will put it by using the division symbol. Okay. So here x power 3 equals 1 over 8. So x equals taking the cube root, just like the first one. So it will be the cube root of 8, 1 over 8. The cube root of the numerator is 1, because 1 by 1 by 1 bring 1. And the cube root of the denominator is 2, because 2 by 2 by 2 is 8. So the solution set equals half. And that is the second equation. Pretty easy, huh? Okay. Question 3 or equation 3. 5x minus 2 all power 3 plus 10 equals 18. I will put all of this in the left side. Imagine all of this is any symbol. Okay, So I will take this as it is in this side, 5x minus 2 all power 3 in the left side. Okay, just like that. And positive 10 will be negative 10 in the other side. Okay, so 18 minus 10 is 8. Now I have to solve this. How to cancel this power? Power 3 taking the cube root. Okay, here the cube root of this will cancel this power, will be 5x minus 2. Okay, 5x minus 2 equals 8. Okay, but I didn't take the cube root here, so it will be cube root of 8. The cube root of 8 is 2, right? So 5x equals, you see negative 2 here? I can put it in the other side by the opposite sign, which is plus 2. So 2 plus 2 is 4. Okay, I put this in the other side here. So x will be 4 over 5. X equals 4 over 5. So the solution set equals 4 over 5. Is 4 over 5 is a rational number? Yes. Why? It is a fraction and the denominator is not 0, so it is rational number, so the solution set is 4 over 5, and that is the last equation here. Let's start with the irrational number. Okay, we will talk quickly about rational and irrational numbers. Rational number, you already know it. It is a fraction and you can write it, any number you can write it as a fraction, and the denominator is not 0. So it is a rational number. And you have to know that any perfect cube or perfect square is a rational number. Okay? But if you can't find the square root of number, so it will be a rational number. Okay, I will tell you how to know that. Wait. So second set we will talk about is irrational number. Okay. Now, how do I distinguish between rational and irrational number? How to know the difference between them? To know the difference between them, you have to know that there is a big set is called the real number. The set of real number is all numbers that can be written on a number line. Okay, any number can be written on a number line. It consists of the set of rational and irrational numbers. Okay, so the rational numbers is the integers. Okay, the whole numbers, the negative and positive numbers, and as I said, any number you can write it as a fraction and the denominator is not 0. Then you have another set is irrational number. Okay, so the irrational number can be written only as decimals. Keep this definition, that don't terminate or repeat. They can't be written as the quotient of two integers if a whole number is not a perfect square. Okay, for example, root 2. Can you find a number by same or by itself give you 2? I can't. So if you can't find about root 2, I'm talking about root 2. If you can't find any number like that, so it is not a perfect square. So a repeating decimal may not appear to repeat on a calculator because calculators show a finite number of digits. This is very important. Okay, so root 2, root 3, square root of 3 square root of 5. You can't find any number by itself to give you 5. So it is irrational number. And let's take some examples about this. Okay. Which one of this is rational and which one is irrational? You have here negative 2 over 7. If you have any fraction, you can write it, any number, you can write it as a fraction, so it is a rational number. Okay? So the first one is rational number. Here root 9. Can you write it as a whole number? يعني can you find its value? Do you know what is the number by itself give you 9? Yes, it is 3. So it is rational number. Okay. Can you find cube root of 27? Can you think about number by itself 3 times give you 27? 2 by 2 by 2 give me 8. No, 3 by 3 by 3 27. Yes, it is 3. So it is rational number. Okay. Square root of 5. Can you think about number by itself give you 5? 1 by 1 1, 2 by 2 4, 3 by 3 9. No, I can't. So it is irrational number. Okay. Cube root of 7. Number by itself 3 times give you 7. No, I can't find. So it is irrational number. Now, what is this? It is bar, you know. You know its value is 22 over 7, but 22 over 7, you have to know that it is approximation value. It is not a whole number. I don't know exactly equals how many. So it is irrational number. And 9, I can write it as a fraction, 9 over 1. So it is rational number. Any integer number is rational number. Okay. Question number 2. Prove that square root of 3 included between 1.7 and 1.8. And you have to keep this. It is very important, okay? Any irrational number included between two rational numbers. Any irrational included between two rational numbers. You have to remember the rational number is any fraction. You can write it as any number, you can write it as a fraction, but the denominator is not 0. Okay, so he wants to know the square root of 3 included between 1.7 and 1.8. Prove that. So I put here root 3, and root 3 included between 1.8 and 1.7. You know, I want to cancel this square root. To cancel the square root, I have to squaring all sides. Okay, the meaning of squaring is power 2, all of them. Okay, squaring all of them. So I have to find 1.7 square. Root 3 square, it's too easy, it is 3. Okay, and you have to think about 1.8 power 2. Okay, so 1.7 square, 1.7 by 1.7 give you 2.89, and 1.8 square equals 3.24. So 3, since 3 is between these two numbers, you have here 3 pounds and 24 piasters. Here you have just 2 pounds and 89 piasters. So 3 pounds is between them. Okay, so I proved what he wants. I can taking the square root again, so here root 3 less than 1.8 and bigger than 1.7. Okay, so first I squared all of them to cancel the square root. Then I put the square root again just to prove the number between them is right. Okay. Second one, prove the cube root of 2 between 1.2 and 1.3 by taking the same steps, by follow the same steps what we did here. I will do here. Okay, so cube root of 2 between 1.2 and 1.3. Here I said square power 2. Why power 2? Because I have a square root. Okay, here what I have to do, I have cube root. So squaring or cubing, power 3 or power 2? Excellent, power 3. So cubing all sides. Okay, this is too easy, will be root 2. Okay, and this will be 1.3 by 1.3 by 1.3 is 2.197, and here 1.2 power 3, 1.2 by 1.2 by 1.2 give you 1.729, 1.728, sorry, not mine, 1.728. Okay, so sorry about that, I have to cancel this. Okay, so here you have 2 pounds, and here 1 pound, more than 1 pound, and here 2 pounds and more than 2 pounds. So 2 is between these 2 numbers. Okay, so you have here this number included between these 2 numbers. Then I will take again the cube root in this time. Take cube root. Okay, cube root. So the cube root of 2 included between the cube root of this bring 1.3, and cube root of this bring 1.2. Now I prove what you want. I proved what you want. Now this kind of questions are too easy. Okay, root 7 is between x and x plus 1. As we said, any irrational number between 2 rational numbers. Okay, so I have to think about number before 7 has a square root. Number before 7 has a square root. Okay, so 6 has a square root. No. Okay, 5 has a square root. Square root of 5. No, I don't know. So square root of 4. 4 has a square root. Perfect square. Yes, the square root of 4 is 2. Okay, so x equal to. It's too easy. Okay, you want to just x, not x plus 1. X plus 1 is 3. So root 7 between 2 and 3. Okay, and if you find it on your calculator, will be 2 point something. Okay, pretty easy, huh? Square root of 26. If n belongs to z integer numbers, and root 26 between n and n plus 1, he wants the value of n. Okay, before 26 you have 25. Is 25 is perfect square? Yes. Why? Because its square root is 5. So n equal 5. I finished. Okay, and if you use your calculator, you will find the square root of 26 is 5 point something. Okay, here the cube root of 13 between this. Okay, then x equals how many? Now I want to think about perfect cube. So before 13 you have 12. Is 12 is perfect cube? No. 11? No. 10? No. I don't know how many. 3 times I give you 10. Nothing. 9, nothing. 8 is perfect cube? Yes. Why? 2 by 2 by 2. Okay? So the cube root of 8 is 2. Then x equals 2. And if you use your calculator, you will find the cube root of 13 equals 2 point something. Okay? The irrational number included between 2 and 3 is root 10, root 7, or 2.5. Okay. If you found the irrational number between two numbers, you have to find its square root. The 2, its square root is 4, and 3 is square root of 9. Okay? Because 2 by 2 is 4, and 3 by 3 is 9. And think about number between root 9 and root 4. Root 10 is after root 9, so I can't take this. Root 7 is between root 4 and root 9, so it is the right answer. Is root 7. Second one. The irrational number included between 2 and 3 is 4.5, cube root of 25, square root of 17. As we said, if you found the irrational number, you have to make just like this. But here I have cube root and I have square root. Okay, let's take the 2 steps. First one, root 4 and root 9. Root 4 and root 9. Okay, root 4 and root 9. Root 17 after root 9. I can't take it. I want a number between them. Let's think about this. But here it is a cube root. So, you know, the cube root of 8 is 2. And the cube root of 27 is 3. 3 by 3 by 3, 27. 2 by 2 by 2 is 8. Is 25 between 8 and 27? 25 between them or not? Yes, between them. So it is the right answer. Just like that. Okay. And 4.5 is rational number, so I can't take it. Okay. Square, its side length is root 5. Its area equals how many? You know, area of a square side by side. So root 5 by root 5 equals 5 centimeters. 5 centimeters square. Now you have a square. Its area is 10. He gave you the area. Its side length equals how many? The vice versa, the opposite of the previous one. So I have to take the square root of area. Square root of area. So the side length equals square root of 10. Square root of 10. Here its area is 10 centimeters square. Its side length is square root of 10. Okay, so here root 5 by root 5, I can take the number here, right, the number itself, and here the vice versa, so the side length is square root of area, which is square root of a of 10. Find the value of x if 4x square equals 9. It is 4 by x squared, so I will put it in the other side. So x power 2 will be 9 over 4. They want here find the value of x, just that. Here x squared, to find the x take the square root. Okay, so x will be square root of 9 over 4, or the fraction here. So the square root of numerator will be 3 and the denominator will be 2. It's too easy. Okay. But I have something here, Mr. 9 over 4. If I take the square root, I have here x squared, okay? So I can say that 3 over 2, but Mr. I can say negative 3 over 2. And another one say, Mr. I can say positive 3 over 2. I don't know. So it will be positive or negative 3 over 2. So 3 over 2 and the negative 3 over 2. The square root can give you 2 values, but the cube give you just 1. Okay, here x minus 5 all squared equals 4, taking the square root. Okay, so I have x minus 5. X minus 5 equals 4, or square root of 4. Square root of 4 will be 2. Okay, so negative 5 will be in the other side, positive 5. So x equals seven. Okay, but Mr. It is the same, just like this. Okay, so will be positive or negative 2. Okay, so first one, x minus 5 equal 2. Second one is x minus 5 equals negative 2. Okay, and solve this. So here x equals negative 5, I will put it in the other side, positive 5. So negative 2 plus 5 is 3. So x may be equal 7 or 3. Okay, the last examples, these 3 examples. First one, rational number intersect irrational number. There is no intersection between them. Okay, so the answer is 5. Here you have rational number union irrational number give you real numbers, as we said in the first 2 or 3 minutes in the video. Here root 2 belongs to what? Rational, irrational, natural, integer numbers. Of course it is not integer number and not natural number. Is root 2 is irrational number? Is it perfect square? No, it is not, because I can't find number by itself give you 2. So it will be irrational number. Okay. 2 real numbers, between them root 13 are what and what? So as I said, you have to think about number before 13. Is 12 is perfect square? No. 11 perfect square? No. 10? No. 9 is perfect square? Yes. So root 9 is 3 and number after the 3 is 4, and that is the last thing in irrational number. We will complete solving equation on irrational number in the next video, inshallah. Thank you for watching. We'll see you soon. Goodbye.